So today I'm talking about this guy, Shaun King, aka the whitest quote unquote black human to exist. He came into the news recently for tweeting this. Yes, I think the statues of the white European they claim is Jesus should also come down. They are a form of white supremacy, always have been. In the Bible, when the family of Jesus wanted to hide and blend in, guess where they went? Egypt, not Denmark. Tear them down. This guy is a white guy saying this. So it's like, this is the white guy saying this. And just like by looking at his face, you're like, okay, if you had to go hide, you'd probably have to go to Denmark yourself, not Africa. But this is the thing that just annoys me. And I think it annoys a few other people based on all the Instagram comments he gets. This guy claims to be black. He's very well known in the Black Lives Matter community, has 3.5 million followers, right? But look at all the other people, 3 black women that created Black Lives Matter. Look how much followers they have. Almost nothing compared to what Shaun King has. Literally, if you go through his Instagram, he'll post more photos of himself from 8 to 10 years ago. Look at his hair grown out. If I saw this guy, I'm gonna think this is my cousin, you know what I mean? This is him. He's had this profile picture. This is kind of like a well-known photo of him because he's had it for years. What happens if you remove the glasses and the little like hair? This is what his face looks like.
That man is not black. That man is not biracial. That man is white. That's a white man. He has himself done up like a black man, okay? Let's just go ahead and put that out the picture. We know Shaun King is not black, okay? So just think about that.
Here we have a few white influencers completely changing their identity. Look at that. And you can easily convince people that you are biracial. But no, she's Armenian. So she is technically white with a little bit of color. So yeah, it is very easy almost to just convince someone that you are of a different race. Here is another picture I would like to point out. This is a white man. This is like white people can tan. You can tan. This white guy is almost 2 shades darker than this guy, Shaun King. Like he hides behind this little weird identity. Here's another example. This is what a stereotypical like white guy looks like, right? Shaun King shaves his head because honestly, no afro is gonna grow out. And he puts on a little mustache and this beard with glasses. Hides behind this little ambiguity. People think he's biracial. Go through his Instagram again. Look at what he's saying. My inner Kentucky redneck is pleased. Redneck is a white thing. So Breitbart exposed him for being a white guy. And they really did. They found his birth certificate and both of his parents are white. And look at his father. His father's name was Jeffrey Wayne King. But you know what he said? Oh, the man on my birth certificate is not his biological father. So he claims that his mother had an affair with a light-skinned black man. Yeah, like, has he ever met this guy? Has he ever shown pictures? Has he ever taken a DNA test to find out who his real father is? No, but he likes to use the last name King from his white father. So he's kind of like pick and choosing what he wants. And kind of why I find issue with it is because of this. He gets chosen to speak. Look how they're portraying him. Shaun King with MLK in the background. Like this white guy who has a white father, last name King. It's almost like making it seem like he is related to MLK in a way. Here is again. Here he is talking with MLK in the background. A black man should be standing there, not this white guy. And look what happens when he's confronted by an actual black man about his race.
What do you have to say to the people who accuse you and attempt to discredit you and your work and label you as a con man lying about your race for profit and publicity?
So the audio is very hard to hear, but this guy is asking how does he respond to some of his critics that are saying that he's lying about his race for profit.
So you did the opposition research but didn't actually read anything I said or done? Who sent you that?
This was just research I was doing this morning.
Say it again?
Research I was doing this morning.
For what purpose? I'm just curious. I'm not attacking, that's what
No. When I found out you were coming, I just wanted to know things that people were saying against you, because obviously know a lot of issues on each side. I've read a lot about everything that you're doing. I wanted to hear about what your opponents had to say about you.
Do you believe that's true, that I'm Rachel Dolezal 2.0? Do you believe that?
I said.
No, I'm asking you. I'm saying we're having a conversation.
No. I wanna assume that you are who you say you are.
Who do I say that? Well, of course I'm Shaun King. I'm saying I just want to understand. I want to get to the root of it. Let me break it down. In 2015, a guy named Milo, who was at the time working for Breitbart, who had for 3 months told a series of lies about me.
So what does Shaun King do? He immediately gets defensive, asks this kid who sent him, and then blames it on right-wing media propaganda without answering the question, discrediting the source before even answering the question. So it's just like a way of deflecting.
Ben, you checked out his Twitter feed.
Yeah.
You checked out Shaun King's Twitter feed. What did he say in regards to the allegation that he is a white man?
So he said a lot of stuff and he didn't answer the question.
So why I think that he claims that he is biracial and black is because of this white supremacist Jim Crow law called the one drop rule.
See, back in the 1900s here in America, there was this thing called the Jim Crow laws. You know, the most racist, prejudiced, discriminating laws of all time of America other than slavery. But, you know, it was a thing. And with that law came the one drop rule. The one drop rule pretty much means if you had one drop of blood of black or nigga in your girl, you're a nigga. Girl, you could look white as Donald Trump. If they knew that your great-great-great-great-great-grandma was black, you was black and you would be treated as the black. That's the one drop rule.
This kind of like bleeds into modern day 2020 because people have like this one drop rule. Like fair skin. A lot of them have like European, just like a European like look to them. It's like we're in 2020. This person is just as white and more than they are African. So Shaun King is actually using this white supremacist Jim Crow law to his advantage now. Why is this a problem to me? Because of the opportunities this guy is jumping on. How do you feel about this white guy talking about the black experience to black people when he doesn't have the full black experience because he is a white guy?
Actually, there are some powerful parts of the I Have a Dream speech that they don't play on commercials, on television, that they don't play on TV before the Super Bowl. Here's one that I particularly want to read to you. This was in his opening paragraph, opening sentences to the I Have a Dream speech.
Like, it's just not right. And not to mention, this guy is a millionaire. He is estimated worth $3 million. So it can be it's just a little shady, a little weird that we have the whitest looking, quote unquote, black guy representing the black community. And he is getting paid to speak about racial injustice. But honestly, in my opinion, it's like, I'm not going to want to hear about some white guy talking about racial injustice when he's whiter than me. And he admits to it.
Another criticism that people have made claims on you is that you're not authentic because people think that you are not black and happen to be white. And you dominate spaces that happen to be predominantly black and lead these causes. But people have seen pictures and seen articles about you.
Because I am who I am, because I look how I look, there are doors that are open to me that sometimes shouldn't. Like, there are privileges and platforms that I get that, and that's for a lot of reasons. It's one, because I'm a man.
Right.
There are times that I get an opportunity as a man where there might be a woman who's more qualified, but someone offers it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Even right here, he admits that he has privileges, but he doesn't address the fact that he has white privilege. He goes and says that he is a man. Like, it's just, honestly, it's stupid at this point. It's like, you have white male privilege, okay?
The action that people have on social media. You're a betrayer. You have the audacity to have that white skin, and you choose to be black. What
Right.
a betrayal. And it's people are angry. I mean, they want to hurt you.
Well, that was even the root. I did not understand that, but that was so in my high school.
the anger against me grew and grew and grew. Then on March the 8th, 1994, I'm a sophomore in high school. A group of racist white students at the school, in school, assault me so badly. I had 3 spinal surgeries from the assault. I had fractures in my face.
I'm looking at your face now. You still bear the scars.
So some of these are from a car accident that I was in.
So he claims that he was attacked in 1995. Look at the police report he filled out. Okay? He considered himself white. He knows he is white. He said it was a racist attack. And you know why he calls it a racist attack? Because it was a white guy, him dating his current wife, who is black. He's choosing what he wants to say. He's almost getting it to his advantage. I mean, he's a millionaire, and he got his money somehow. He has to manipulate people.
Right, I have a big problem with the just blatant misdirection or half truth or not just being giving us the impression that you are black. You don't have to give us the impression that you are black for us to accept your activism.
You recently shared your thoughts on fellow activist Shaun King, specifically his honesty and business practices. What made you decide that now was the time to speak about integrity and transparency in activism and fundraising specifically?
There is like this code of silence inside of the movement space that, we just don't talk about things that we see going wrong. And I was on the board of Justice Together, which was an organization that he started a while ago. And I was one of the people that was like, I'm not going to be a part of this because I don't understand what's happening with the money. And that was actually one of my core experiences. So I wrote that piece, people read it. His response was 75% Dre's a really bad person, people hate him. And at the bottom, he responded to some of the content. I just haven't replied in writing. So I was on the board of Justice Together. I can't find the taxes. I'm not even saying you didn't file taxes, but I just don't see the taxes filed for the organization. He replies, hidden in the very bottom, he goes, you know what? I didn't file taxes because I returned the money. And you're like, I'm not a tax expert, but that's not how taxes work. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Nobody knows what they were raising money for. But when people see Shaun King and they saw that he is one of the biggest faces and biggest people in the Black Lives Matter movement, they're like, oh, of course it's gonna go to a good cause. Of course it's gonna go to help black people. Nope. Nobody literally knows what he's doing with all that money. He's probably keeping it for himself, okay?
To me, it's the same type of thing. You're asking people for the money. You're supposed to give them a product. You don't give them that product. So that's what he's under scrutiny for. But even that, I mean, I just, he's a light skin. They say he's biracial. I don't know if that's white or black or whatever, but I just kind of got a feeling in my gut about the dude.
And what's going on with the money? You're misappropriating funds. You're not being transparent with the bread. Sounds exactly like somebody else we talked about. Now I'm also...
We'll see. I always had a funny feeling about this guy, but I'm always skeptical about people who want to always borrow money and never put their own money into it. It almost seems like a church type of thing.
I can't stand that shit.
It's crazy.
How much are we willing to go on with this insanity before we realize, this isn't right? Okay, it's just honestly, in my opinion, he's hijacked the movement. He's a millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire. He sues everyone that even dares to question him, just slanders them right away. Yeah, it sounds like he has some white supremacy in him. How is it the whitest guy is on top of this movement, is almost the spokesperson for this movement? Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.